boy must be a rookie. I know a nigga that dress all black and junk in the hood like a boogie. I know a nigga that lap all summer just so he can say he took him. Shorty a fish, you know we gon' hook him. Caught our pants down, nigga, we shook him. Caught out of bounds, that's how a nigga get drowned. Wake up, sit next to God. I know a nigga that trapping through fry. I know a nigga that's hopping out cars. I know a nigga keep his jock on and then leave a nigga stinking. Shorty, I don't know what the fuck you thinking. Make niggas dodge about that demon. Gun got so that he all up in that field. Had a trade, it ain't no clean. Whatever I say, shorty, I mean it. Either I did it or I seen it. I can get that shit all by myself, but I know they'll kill for me. Did her dirty, she still love me. Know she a hoe to steal for me. Know you my brother, this shit gon' be around. You ain't gotta steal from me. Watch you gon' get a meal from me. Doing this shit on our own. I can go get this shit myself, but I know niggas that'll kill for me. Go.
I love my block and love to win. Her nigga died, they bossed him in. When shots get fired, they taking it in. Chase nigga down, them chase him again. All they heard was shots fired. Text I knew somebody died. We make niggas ducky dad. They run with guns and going high. Before I die, make mamas cry. We put niggas in the sky. Lonely Tay, don't ask me why. Lil G bugging, trying to slide. Free my car, I need them with me. One false move, I'm tossing 50. Lil JB, he tossing with me. Walk up, get woke up and empty. We the ones terrorize the city. They hate us cause we get busy. You call it white, I call it Whitney. Either way, we talk to Billy.
I wasn't going to go live. I was not going to go live today. I thought I was going to go home, go to bed. Yesterday was my live stream. Shout to Stu, shout to Way Hiding, shout to everybody that was there last night. I had a blast. But the Eagles made a trade. And I could have made a video. I know there's probably not going to be a lot of people watching. So hopefully you'll watch it tomorrow. This was a great move by Howie Roseman. Okay? When you can get a corner that can develop into a lockdown corner. Okay? The kid is an absolute steal. Okay? I don't care what these podcasters have to say. I one goofy on Twitter was a Howie profile pick. Want to tell me, well, you know, he don't have the best tackling. Okay. Do you know who our defensive coordinator is? Do you understand we have coaches who can develop guys? Relax. It's not the end of the world. You brought competition to this run. And this tells me also that they don't believe in Keely Ringo like I've been claiming, or Adoree Jackson. That they don't look at this cornerback too and say, you know what, this guy's that guy. Because not only did Howie Roseman trade for, what's his name again? Let me make sure I understand his name because I don't want to butcher it. Jakorian Bennett. This guy was taken above Keely Ringo. Okay? This guy was a bright spot for the Raiders. A lot of Raider fans are mad about this trade. And the only reason why he got traded wasn't because he sucked. Wasn't because he was trash. It was because he didn't fit Pete Carroll's system that he was looking for. He didn't fit his type of cornerback. He fits Fangio. He fits Vic Fangio and what his corners are asked to do. Go watch the film. Okay? Go watch the film. That's all I got to say. Go watch the fucking film if you don't believe me. All right? I think this is a great move for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this is a good move. You know, is it going to be all pro? Everybody talking about, well, you know, you think everybody's going to be all pro. I one guy told me you think he's going to be all pro. I never said that. No one said that. But you needed a corner. You're thin at corner. Shit for brains. I'm sorry that most of you irrational Eagle fans don't understand that you need depth at corner. I can't take a dude who has a Howie Roseman profile pick seriously and want to tell me, well, you didn't watch film. No, you didn't watch film. You watched a goofy dork tell you that he wasn't good. When, let's be real, let me see. Let me show you what this kid has done. Shout out to Eagles Muse, at Eagles Muse on Twitter. Jakorian Bennett was the only cornerback with 300 plus defensive snaps last season with 0 touchdowns allowed. Pretty good to me. Less than 5.5 yards per target. Pretty good to me, don't you think? Less than 70 passer rating when targeted. So 0 touchdowns allowed. Pretty good. Looks like a good corner to me. Less than 5.5 yards per game. Pretty good to me. Less than 70 passer rating when targeted. So they haven't targeted his way. Now just imagine, right? One side you got Q, the other side you got Bennett. And then you got Cooper DeJean in the slot. What are we talking about? So is he going to be a shutdown corner? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. You needed to get a corner in the building. And you got shit for brain Twitter geeks on IG because they got a Howie Roseman profile. They think they know more football. And they think they can come around and talk to me crazy. Talk about you're 10 years old. Bro, I'm 25, shit for brains. And I know more football than most of you irrational, dumb Eagle fans because y'all don't understand the concept. You needed a corner, bro. And it's not because, Keeler Ringo might not make the team, which I think this was a sign that Keeler Ringo needs to step up. And I said this on Twitter, and a lot of people ain't going to agree with it, and maybe if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think there could be a chance that Howie could ship Keeler Ringo to go get a depth at safety. Do not be surprised the Eagles go get a defensive tackle rotational player and ship Keeler Ringo or a 4th-round pick to another team for a defensive tackle. We've seen it. We've seen Howie Roseman do things like that. We've seen Howie Roseman go out and get defensive tackle depth. And Keeler Ringo could be on the out. Or Dory Jackson could be on the verge of being traded. Or Eli Ricks. One of those three. This roster is not finished and we're already looking like a promising roster, man. But this tells me 3 things. Number 1, they don't like this cornerback room that they're seeing. Number 2, Keeler Ringo and Dory Jackson are not on the 53. When you look at the 54-man roster or the 53-man, I think 54-man roster, it doesn't look good for them. You didn't just trade for a cornerback that just, No, you traded for a guy that was a starter. His problem is he can't stay healthy. We heard this with Saquon Barkley. We heard this with supposedly A.J. Brown. These guys haven't been getting hurt and banged up every single time when they were in Philadelphia. Saquon was able to have a healthy season. So I'm not worried about injuries. This kid, if he can stay healthy, and he's able to develop in what I think he can be, and I think you got the right coaches in play. Night. Oh, by the way, this is the same dude who's locked George Pickens. Yeah. Cowboy fans, we got something for George Pickens week 1. Oh, you thought you were going to target Keeler Ringo? No, buddy. No, we got something for you. Introducing the cornerback that's locked down, Mr. Pickens. Jakorian Bennett made him go absolutely ballistic in the game where he threw a tantrum. You thought you were going to do something week 1. Go sit down, bro. Go have a seat now. You're done. You're done. You can just stick a fork week 1. It's not happening. Howie Roseman is a menace. Howie Roseman doesn't play no freaking games over here, man. While Jerry Jones is playing games with Michael Parsons, we out here trying to strap up receivers who we're getting ready to play. Oh, you thought it was the end of the Eagles season, huh? Did you think Howie wasn't going to make him? Come on, man. Howie Roseman is known as a GM mastermind. The man is committing armed robbery. Should be thrown in jail. You look at his film, bro. He's sticky. Shout to Lord Brunson, man. I was watching his live stream earlier. And the film don't lie, bro. He's locking guys like Jamar Chase. He's going against guys like Zay Flowers. He's going against guys that are number one receivers. Now, you already got a number one corner in Q and Quinyon Mitchell, who, by the way, made the top 100 today. Shout to Q. Put him on the number 2 corner on the opposite side of Q. What do you think he's going to do? If he is locking down that the film is saying guys like Jamar Chase and Zay Flowers, what do you think he's going to do to number 2 receivers? If he's locking down wide receiver ones. Let's just let that sink in people's heads. You didn't just get a guy that can, I think, fuck it. The kid's going to be an all-pro. For the ship from Rangers. You think he's going to be, you're damn right, he's going to be all-pro. Because you got Christian Parker and Vic Fangio in the building. Kid we got is a monster. Tyler Booker, a fleece. We fleeced the Raiders, man. They thought they got, I mean, he's a good rotational player. But we got a starter. I think the Raiders made a mistake trading him, honestly. Because when you look at it, the Raiders need corner. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think they have a couple. Well, I don't think they need corner. I think they're really great at corner right now. But he's been the bright spot. He was making plays, man. He was their day one starter out there last year, man. Let's also remind everybody, the Raiders defense was trash. They didn't have a Q on the other side. Okay, it wasn't like he had all pros on defensive side of the ball. He's going to be playing with Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean and going to be learning off these guys. He's going to be in the room where guys are fighting for roster spot. And he's already one step in the right direction because he's already had playing time. Fangio didn't just get a guy that could just possibly play. No, he got a starter. This man was a number 1 starter for the Raiders last year. And the only reason why he didn't do more is because of injuries. Is if he's able to stay healthy, you got this kid for 2 years, and he's only going to get better. And he's promised that he was an upcoming stud cornerback that a lot of people did not talk about, but he was the bright spot for the Raiders when he talked about upcoming young talent. Okay, and this kid is from Maryland. Any DB you get from Maryland, stud. Howie Roseman, once again, is training for guys, drafting guys from what I say. What did I say? Top schools. Schools that are in programs that win. Maryland is a winning program. They have winning DBs. Okay, winning safeties, winning culture. And this kid is from Maryland from college. And he's shown the Raiders that he can lock down young receivers that are absolute monsters like Jamar Chase and Zay Flowers or Bateman, whatever those two were. He locked them down. They couldn't do nothing. The quarterbacks are scared to throw his way. So no, I don't think it's just an average trade. I think this is a steal. I think that you got a starter. And I said this to where you're hiding yesterday. I don't think they like Keeler Ringo as much as we do. And I hope Keeler Ringo works out. But I'll tell you one thing. I think this move is saying to Keeler Ringo, you better show us something or you're gone. And I'm going to be blunt with you. That is what I feel like is happening. I think Adoree Jackson is gone. I think Keeler Ringo is on the verge of being cut if he does not do nothing this season. I'm sorry, in preseason. I think he's on the verge of being cut. I think Eli Ricks is ahead of him. I think the young cornerback they drafted him is ahead of him. Well, I think the depth chart right now is not good for Keeler Ringo. And now you brought Jakorian Bennett, who's known as a guy that can lock down number 1 receivers in the Chase and Zay Flowers. I mean, he was going against the AFC top best in wide receivers. They say the AFC is so hard, right? The most difficult division, right? And he was locking receivers like Jamar Chase like it was nothing. Put Jamar Chase in the blender. Put Pickens in the blender. Put guys like Zay Flowers in the Lamar Jackson couldn't throw the ball his way. You can't get a step on him. And if he does, it's only certain times. But I'll tell you one thing. If he's doing that in the AFC, what do you think he's going to do in the NFC? Who's going to fight for him? Who's going to make him panic? Deebo Samuel? Malik Neighbors? Please. And then you got Q? Like I said, just give us a Super Bowl right away, man. We're going back. We're going back. Yeah, I said it. Easton once said it. Stop playing with Howard Roseman, man. Jerry Jones better go pay Micah Parsons. Your offense ain't going to be doing nothing week 1. George Pickens going to be throwing his helmet on. I can't wait for week 1. If I'm Fangio, I'm putting Bennett out there and say, hey, go where Pickens is. We know you have a history of him. Go fight it out, man. And then I'll put Q on CeeDee Lamb. Since CeeDee wanted to open his mouth and talk about Quinyon Tomino Bay. Yeah, we're going to put Q on him, and we're going to see if he's really like that. Yeah. And then we're going to put Mr. Bennett, that we just got, Mr. Jakorian Bennett, on your boy Pickens. That's how we going to do it all in week 1. Dallas, if I'm Dallas right now, I need some depth at receiver now. Or I need to get better some way. Now, I'm telling you right now, the Eagles just made a move. Now watch another team make a move in this division. And I guarantee it will be probably the Commanders. The Commanders will trade for someone because they want to compete with the Eagles, and they can't. They can't fuck with us. They can't fuck with us in their lifetime. I don't care how they think JD5 is going to do. The JD5 about to be put in the blender. He has no receivers to throw, and Deebo Samuel ain't scaring nobody except eating a donut at the fast food joint. Okay? They better hope Terry McLaurin is at training camp, because let me tell you something, it's going to be a long season for the Commanders versus the Eagles, man. We already get shut down Terry McLaurin with Q. Howie Roseman just stole another corner. You know what I'm saying? Let's pull up some film of this young stud that we just got, man. Like and subscribe. We got a couple people in the building. It's not going to be a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. Hey, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. He fits like a glove. Ringo trade bait at this point. Hiding. What did I say yesterday? And you and I saw something. And this is what I said to Stu. Shot to Stu. And Stu said, you know what, guys? I said, Stu, I don't know. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? And I want Keelan Ringo to work out, but I don't think they see what we're seeing. We see a guy that can start. They're seeing something different. We're not at that training camp spot. We're not at those practices. And the fans who are, they're saying this guy can't cover, man. Fangio flat out said in his press conference when they talked about Adoree Jackson and Keelan Ringo, yeah, we're gonna fight it out. They're gonna battle out. Pretty much you know what I'm saying? When they asked about Jahad Campbell, you know what he said? He's coming along, and if he keeps on improving, he's going to be great. He didn't say that about Adoree Jackson. He said he either got to figure it out, or he got to show something, because a lot of teams didn't sign him, so he either got to show something or he doesn't. That's not a good sign when a defense corner tells you that in your press conference. Hey, by the way, you got to show something or you just don't have it. That means that you blow at your job. You know what I'm saying? Adoree Jackson's been passed around like a whore who was getting, passed around by every man, okay? That's how Adoree Jackson's getting treated like. And I feel bad for him. But he's getting passed around like a whore at a whorehouse, man. Nobody wants to fuck him anymore. I mean, nobody wants to fuck the bitch anymore. Respectfully. Everybody just want to leave the bitch alone, okay? And that's how I feel like they're doing Adore Jackson, or they just treat him like he's yeah, he's a nobody. Like he's an ugly stepchild that you just don't want. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think Adore Jackson gonna make the team. Sup y'all? What's up, Skeleton? Sup, Skele. But yeah, this should lit a fire under Ringo's ass. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Ringo, I'm worried about that phone picking up and hey, this is Howie Roseman. We just trade you. What do you mean you just trade him? No, we just trade you, Ringo. Like if I'm Howie Roseman, I'm sitting back, rubbing my hands like Birdman. If I'm Ringo, I'm scared as hell that I might not wake up tomorrow and be a Philadelphia Eagle. That I might be in another damn jersey. Like if you're Ringo, now you got more pressure on you, bruh. Now you have to be determined. You have to be perfect in preseason to even make a roster spot. Because I think Eli Ricks is ahead of him. When you talk about the depth chart, I think Eli Ricks is going to make the team. I think if Keelan makes the team, it's going to be special teams. But that's not why we drafted him. Okay, he's not there to be a special teams guy. Okay, we drafted Keelan Ringo to hopefully be either Bradbury's replacement, or if we didn't draft Q, Slade's replacement. And unfortunately, that didn't work. That's why you had to draft both Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Okay? Because the guys that we drafted before weren't panning out. And now, you go and trade not only Fred Corner, but a corner that just didn't fit a system. That's why he was traded. It wasn't because he stinks. It wasn't because he blows. The dude is leaving no touchdowns allowed. I mean, it says right here, I don't know what you want me to say. It says right here, if you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan, you got to feel good. Hold on. Let me see if you know what? Let me just pull it up on Twitter. Give me a second. Let me see if I can pull it up on. Let's do it on Twitter, man. And nobody wants to see it on that phone. You can't really show anything on the phone. Let's just pull up on Twitter. I got it. And then we're gonna watch some film, and then that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it, man. That is going to be it. I'm saying, hopefully this microphone's a little bit better. The quality yesterday wasn't good, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the quality of the microphone is good. And it's MC second to of us right now. Yeah, I agree. Let me pull it up real quick. Pull it up. Hit that like button. Please subscribe if you're new. Like I said, I wasn't supposed to go live today, but when Howie makes a trade, you have to go live for the peeps. You have to go live for the Eagle fans, because that's what we do. We're Eagle fans at the end of the day. Like look at this, bro. Look at this shit, man. Tell me where I'm supposed to be upset about. This is who we got. This is who we got. And you got Eagle fans complaining about this. You know what I'm saying? You got goofy dudes who think Howie Roseman profiles think they're smarter than EC1. Telling me I'm 10 years old. Buddy, I'm 25, shit for brains. How you going to tell me to watch film? You should watch the stats. Stats don't lie. People do. And you're one of them. He want to show me a link of the group who supposedly hated the trade. He want to tell me, not to jump off topic, but, I don't take this dude who has a Howie Roseman profile respectfully, a serious dude. I mean, you got to be 10 years old to have a picture of a athlete or for example, you got to either be an immature person or you just got to be a weirdo to have a Howie Roseman profile pic. Okay? Or just in general. And talk to me crazy. And it's like, and when I talk to you, and the first thing you say is, well, this ain't a good trade. But you didn't do your research and you go off a YouTube video or try to send me a link of a guy that I don't fuck with because he's negative. Oh, by the way, it's probably either some Jacob Media bullcrap or it's some dude who clearly don't watch football, but you go off his opinion rather than use your damn brain. Your brain. So I'll be watching this too because I don't care how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Taking shots at me. Say I'm 10 years old, buddy. Come on, man. Just because you got beat in your own game. And that's what I do to some of these Eagle fans on Twitter, man. I make them cry. I make them cry. I make them realize they ain't smarter than what they are. You think on Twitter you're the big dog over here. You ain't the big dog, buddy. You can have all the followers you want. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. I all I know is this, man. You ain't gonna tell me that this guy wasn't good. I mean, look, even Gronk is telling you that Bennett, 24 stats. Look at this. Should I make this bigger for you? You know what I'm saying? Let's go watch film. I got some film for you. Since this guy talk about I can't. Well, did you watch the film? No, y'all didn't watch the film. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know anything, look at this. ML football. Stats don't lie, people do. Goofy ass dudes who have Howie Roseman profiles do. Goofy dudes who have a Jaden profile on a bio do. Goofy dudes who have a picture of a Dak Prescott profile does. I don't care what these knuckleheads have to say. I look at this. Okay? I watch the film. Okay? The film don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. The film don't lie. We're going to watch the film. Let me show you why the film don't lie. Shout out to the guy who broke this down. I just retweeted it. Look at this coverage, bro. How can you not even want that? That is Q right there, man. That is what was Quinion known for doing? What's the interceptions last year? What was it? Being locked down. Doesn't that remind you of someone? Does that remind you of who? Q. That reminds me of Q when I watch this kid. Sticky coverage. This is against Jamar Chase. He's not going against Ricky Johnson from the 6th round practice squad. He's not to go against Bobby Jimmy Jr. from the practice squad that someone picked up from the streets. He's going against Jamar Chase. So don't tell me this kid is just a original pickup that they just got. No, this guy is a starter that can start day one for a team if you didn't have a Quinion Mitchell. The problem is we do have a Quinion Mitchell. And we do have a Cupid Dijon. And now you add this kid. Stop playing with Howie Roseman, man. Howie Roseman's trying to get another. What is he trying to get? Another Super Bowl. Another Super Bowl. Look at this, man. This. Come on. I'm happy today. I'm about to cry. Like, I'm getting emotional just seeing how beautiful that is. This who the Raiders let go? Come on, man. Pete Carroll got to be a moron. Why the hell would you leave it go like this, man? Bro, I was talking about getting a guy like Greg Newsome. Right? Because even though that wouldn't have been an option, you would think this guy wouldn't have been, that great. He's going against practice squad guys. Sometimes we get guys that just never had starter position, but has potential. This guy is a starter. This is what Howie Roseman did when he got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Nobody knew who he was. They knew of him, but they didn't know what he could become. Right? We heard the name, but we didn't know what he was until week 1. I like this move. A+ move. You just made a bold move. Stop playing with this kid like he's some scrub that they picked up from the streets, man. This kid's a lockdown. Look at him guard against Chase, bro. Now imagine him and Q on the same side of the ball, on the same side of the field. How you gonna throw the ball? Where you gonna go with the ball, man? Dak Prescott about to shake in the pocket, trying to decide where he want to throw to. You got two lockdown corners on each side. Pickens and CeeDee Lamb about to be put in a blender week 1, man. They about to be put in a blanket, a pig in the blanket, man. I tell you one thing, CeeDee Lamb, yeah, you wanted to see Quintamino Bay. Well, now we got 2 cornerbacks. His name's meet the Bennett and Q on both sides of the field, who lock down receivers like y'all. CeeDee Lamb laughing, talking, he won't be laughing week 1. We got some for him. We don't worry about CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, we got you. You want to go against Q? You want to go against this kid? Which one you want to get locked down and put in jail? Howie Roseman getting prison guards as cornerbacks now, man. Sending dudes to jail. Sending dudes to the to the facility, locked down. Locked down. No, you may not pass go. You don't get to collect $20 like it's Monopoly. You don't collect 50, you don't collect nothing. You go straight to jail. Stop playing with him. This is how he sees it. This is why he's the best GM in football. You can have a Thomas like bro, Howie Roseman should be put in jail. This is robbery. This is robbery, man. Thomas Booker, meh. Okay, he was a rotational guy. Raider fans talk about how good he's okay. But he ain't better what you gave us. You gave us a cornerback that can actually lock down receivers. And if he can stay healthy, and that's only the reason why he was not playing as much, it says of his health. Come on, man. How did Saquon do when he came to Philadelphia? Everybody was worried about his injuries. How did Swift do when he came to Philadelphia? Oh, that's right. They played a full season. Come on, man. Where do you want to go? Which island you want to get put in jail? Guantanamo Bay or Bennett Penitentiary? Which one you want to get put in the blender with, man? Yeah. Welcome to Bennett Penitentiary. Or you want to go to Guantanamo Bay? Which one you want to get put to jail? Which one you want to get put? We got 2 facilities for y'all. Not just 1, but 2. And you can go to Cooper Island too. That's available for you. Cooper DeJean, prison, state prison. We got 3 prisoner guards waiting to lock down receivers. No, you may not pass 20. Straight to jail. CeeDee Lamb think you getting 20? No, you ain't. This ain't Monopoly. Straight to jail. Guantanamo Bay or Bennett Penitentiary. Which one you want to go to? 2 lockdown facilities ready for receivers this year, man. I love it. I love it, man. I love it, bro. I love it. I love it. Watch people going to use that excuse. I don't give a damn what people say. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. If they not on the same time as listen, their GM's not on the same time as we are, fuck them. Fuck them. Your GM shouldn't be sleeping then. Maybe your GM should wake up. Because Howie Roseman ain't waking. He's not sleeping. No, I'm sorry. He's waking up. He doesn't sleep, bro. Howie Roseman, I swear to God, he sits in his office all day. And he said, man, I got to get better at something. Let me call up the Raiders. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, how you doing, Pete Carroll, or whoever the GM for the Raiders is? Yeah, see, we heard that, you got a young corner. We got this awesome defensive tackle, right? Great potential that we just don't have no room for. We're really to be, Thomas Booker, he's all right. No, what's that? No, he's really good. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, I got a call. What was it? Thomas Booker, yeah, he pretty good. He's all right. He's all right. No. I said he was great. He's a great. Yeah. So you're gonna send Jakorian Bennett for Thomas Booker? No, he's going to be an all-pro for y'all. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, we just robbed the Raiders. Huh. That's how I think Howard Roseman does it. He lies to them and said they're great players. Just get their players. I mean, bro, I would love to see how Howie Roseman made that trade. I need to see actual footage of Howie Roseman calling teams and say, hey, we'll give you Thomas Booker for this young cornerback that you got on your team, man. I think that, Thomas Booker can bring some value to this team. It's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. And that's not the only thing he locked down. I mean, we can go on, but I love this coverage, man. I love this coverage, bro. I love this coverage. And this is the problem that everybody wants to use. Look at this. I mean, people want to talk about this shit right here, man. Why is no film? All right, my fault. Was the film on? I'm sorry about that. The audio shouldn't have been on. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, this is why I think he'll be a great player, man. Look at the tackling, bro. Look at the tackling. Now, Fangio is going to correct this, okay? Because one thing we're going to work on is we're not going to do that. You have to be able to wrap up. But I like the fact that he doesn't quit on the play. Most of these corners wouldn't do this. He finished the freaking play. He's a physical player. What did Cooper DeJean do? Stop Jamar Chase. He's going to get better at doing this. And look how he just continued to fight into the whistle blows, man. I like this. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is Jamar Chase. He's tackling. This is not an easy guy to bring down. Okay? This is one of the top 5 best receivers in the league. And you got a guy who you just traded for that's going to be your number 2 corner that's doing this to number 1s. Come on, man. Howie Roseman's not going out here and getting random guys. He's getting guys that are ready to win. This is an absolute steal. You gave us this for Thomas Booker. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. If you're a Raiders fan, you got to be pissed. Like, yeah, Thomas Booker's okay. But it's like, bro, like, why didn't we get a Moore or a Joe Moore or something like that? Like, why didn't we get something bad from him? We got Thomas Booker, and we gave up a young stud player that can be a day 1 starter if possible, if you need him to be. Now he's going to be number 2 corner, and he's going to go to Philadelphia with Quintamino Bay and Cooper DeJean, the young stud Iowa cornerback. Oh, my God. I like the physicality that our team is becoming. I've been dreaming of just drafting a corner, but not only that, but getting guys like this. I never thought I would see this in my lifetime. This is why I enjoy having a GM like Howie Roseman. Getting a guy like that, and you have a great defensive mind like Vic Fangio. This is a scary, scary team, man. The defense is going to be better than last year's. I truly believe it. I truly believe it. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe it. Is my music on? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry about that. Hold up. No, it should be off. All right, there we go. I'm sorry about that. I truly believe it. I think this is a great move by the Eagles. I think this is a great move. Let me see if I put this on. So, yeah, I like this move. I think this is a great move by the Eagles. I'll put on it this. Makes it soothing of how Roseman's masterpiece. He's going to put these corners going to be putting receivers through hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Great film by this guy. Shout to him. Shout to Ted Nguyen, whatever his name is. Sorry for butchering his name. And I think Thomas Booker is okay that piece, but like I said, this is why shout to this guy. Ted whatever his name is, Nguyen. I get Bennett doesn't fit. I get that Bennett doesn't fit Carroll's profile. He was a productive last season, and he's young. Don't. What's he saying? Don't like this trade. He doesn't like this trade. He doesn't like this trade, and this is a Raiders reporter saying this. I think I think he's an analyst actually, or he's not even a Raiders reporter. What am I saying? Come on, man. Sticky coverage, bro. Sticky coverage. Sticky coverage. Sorry, Dad. This is what we get. We get this guy, man. Look at this. An absolute dog. An absolute dog, man. An absolute dog. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? This is a dog, bro. This is a dog, man. This is a dog, bro. This is who we got for Thomas Booker? Howie Roseman is fleecing teams. This is not even a fair trade, bro. This is robbery. This is an L move by the Raiders, in my opinion. Why would you give up a guy like this? Yeah, okay, he don't fit the system. Make it work, though. This is what I say about great defensive minds. If you're a defensive coordinator like Vic Fangio, you're going to make things work. For example, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, did he really fit Fangio's scheme? Or did Fangio make him fit his scheme? I just want to know. Because Fangio knew C.J. Gardner-Johnson had some weaknesses. But he made it work. You can't be a great defense coordinator if you can't fit your guys that you drafted, or a new coach can't fit their guys that they drafted to their scheme. Then you're just a fraud. You're Jonathan Gannon. You are a fraud. That's what you are. So I think the Raiders are stupid. The Raiders need a guy like this. This is a leader. This is a captain. This is a guy that you want on your football team. Raiders are stupid for doing this. They gave them more weapons on defense. Bro, this is who we got? This is who we got? Like, do we have to put this in freaking, I'm sorry, bad for cursing. Do we got to put this in slow motion? Let's just watch this in slow motion to enjoy the beauty of him locking down receivers. I'm stuttering like crazy again. Like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Howie Roseman got a star who's people don't look at as a star, but will this year. I'm telling you, this kid is going to be your number 2 corner going to the season. I think Ringo and Adoree Jackson are in trouble. This is a starter, man. This is not a dead piece. This is not a guy who's on the practice squad. This is a guy that can start. This is a guy that I think can replace a guy like Rodgers in 1 second. This is a guy that can start. If Keelan Ringo can't figure it out, you're done. I think Keelan Ringo should be looking at this like, bro, my time might not be here, man. If I'm Keelan Ringo, I'm looking at this like, bro, are they serious? They go out and get this guy? What about me? I'd be a little upset. You know what I'm saying? That I thought it was my time. Ain't your time, Keely. It's Bennett time. It's Bennett time. What time is it? Bennett time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this kid's a dog. And you got this guy for Thomas Booker? Thomas Booker? Let me say that one more time. Thomas Booker. That's robbery, man. That is robbery. That is not even robbery. That's first degree robbery. That's criminal, bro. That is a fleece. That's not even a fleece. That's an absolute a domination by Howie Roseman. Howie just absolutely stole He didn't even steal. I can't even use steal. He flat out mugged the Raiders. He mugged the Raiders, man. This guy's a starter, man. A starter. I can't wait to see what Fangio does with this kid. I think Fangio got the guy he wants at corner 2. I do. Gotta go have work. All right, man. Appreciate you for coming on, Skelton. Wow, he said this was a bad trade. Yeah, knucklehead don't know football. These blubberheads on Twitter don't know football, man. They don't know football. I mean, dude. When Ian Rappaport says this, Ian Rappaport try to take it back. He can't. He forgot the internet always works. Even Ian Rappaport says this is a great trade by Philly. Trade Bennett for Thomas Booker. L. He must be a Raiders fan. Look at this. Ian Rappaport doesn't even like this trade. It's a dumb trade by the Raiders, man. It's stupid. What? Because it can't fit your system? Okay, make it work, though. That's what great coaches do. If he can't fit your system, then go get something value for him. Don't trade him for Thomas Booker. Howie Roseman is a fucking dude. He's a guy that just mugs you in the middle of the nighttime. Give me your corner. You can get the how about this? We'll give you Thomas Booker. Take it, or we gonna forcefully take it. Ain't no option 3. Take it or don't. But we still getting what we want. We want your corner, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I swear, Howie Roseman hangs up on teams, man. Howie Roseman probably didn't finish the trade. It just got hung up at the end of the day. Yeah, we're going to send you Thomas Booker. Okay. What else, Howie? Howie? This call has not been connected. Please call back. Shit. Like, could you imagine the Raiders front office saying, hey, yeah, we'll take Thomas Booker, and then they're trying to call Howie Roseman, and they think they still on the line with Howie Roseman, and they say, well, yeah, but we also want a second-round pick. Hello? Howie? Are you there? And they already submitted the trade request already. They submitted it. They can't take it back now. They probably thought they were going to get more for him. I mean, Howie Roseman probably hanged up on them the second they said they will accept the trade, and they put the trade in, and it's officially done. Okay. And then he hangs up the phone on the Raiders, man. The Raiders probably were asking for more, and Howie just didn't let them finish. I mean, how do you ask for a guy like Thomas Booker and not get at least a second-round pick for him? You got it. Thomas Booker straight up for a day-one starter. I think trading Jakorian Bennett to the Philadelphia Eagles is a C.J. Garner-Johnson blockbuster trade. I really do. I think it's a C.J. Garner type move to how he's been making. This is what C.J. Garner-Johnson was before the week 1. We did this before preseason. So not only he's going to get more, he's going to have some time to even play in games, man. He's going to be able to be on the field. Oh my God, I can't wait for this kid oh my God. He's going to have some playing time too. In preseason, he's going to show everybody something. I hope he has a pick 6, man. I'm rooting for this kid right here. This is the kid I'm really rooting for. This is the kid that I hope works out, man. I think he's been disrespected by the Raiders, man. The Raiders trade you, but really, to be honest, I think he should be happy. He woke up from being a dumpster fire to a Super Bowl champion. I'm sorry, already Super Bowl champion team that's looking to repeat. He went waking up from being a disgrace to being a champion. And I feel bad for Thomas Booker, man. Love Thomas Booker's time. Great guy, probably on the field. He did a lot of great for this Eagles team. Very good run stuffer. But I feel bad for him. How does he wake up being a Super Bowl champion to not being on the Raiders, not knowing that you're never going to see another Super Bowl? It's a tough business, man. Guy's a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I believe. And, Howard would say, hey, we got to sacrifice you, bro. Even though you're an Eagles fan, you got to go to the Raiders, bro. You got to go to the Raiders, Thomas. We need this young stud at corner. Give the rainbow blows in coverage. It's training camp. I can't not take another day. Then this got to be the coach's staff saying, hey, bro, you don't know what the fuck bro. You need to come. Okay. Hey, Raiders, we'll give you Thomas Booker for this guy. Yeah, okay. And the call ended. I mean, bro, that's all I'm going to say. I mean, I don't know what to say. I could be one of these Eagle fans that could say, you know what, we got to see, man. Well, he hasn't played. Nah. Because when he's locking guys like Jamar fucking Chase, you can't say that. He's not a dead piece. Dead pieces don't lock down guys like Jamar Chase. Dead pieces don't lock down. Practice squad guys don't go and be the number one corner for another team. This is a move that was made because he didn't fit a scheme. And they were desperate. A disgraceful team was desperate for anything. And they think Thomas Booker is their next Jalen Carter. This is a fleece, man. The guy who will have the better career will be Jakorian Bennett. Because he will turn into an all-pro. And Thomas Booker will be, a run stuffer. That's it. A DT. A guy that can rotate. And also, I think Gabe Hall is having a great training camp. So I think Thomas Booker was on the verge of being out. And then you have Ty Robinson, who's looking like a promising stud. You know what I'm saying? You got Maury Jones. There was no playing time for Thomas Booker. So when you look at it, it's a good trade for both sides. But at the same time, I think the Eagles took more of an advantage of getting a guy that can start right away. I don't know if Thomas Booker can be a starter. I think Thomas Booker is a depth. This kid that you got from the Raiders is a day one starter. He's locking guys like Jamar Chase down. Okay? He's locking guys like, let's pull it up again for all the people who think that this is not a good trade. This is not a guy that you didn't just trade for. That was just on a practice squad. This guy, guys like Jamar Chase, man. This is not a random dude. So, you're going to have dummies talk about, this is a dead piece. We got to see, all that blah, blah crap, boring crap. Throw that shit out the window. Howie Roseman got another prison for these receivers to go to. Bennett Penitentiary is coming soon to Philadelphia, man. Bennett Penitentiary. Remember what I said. Bennett Penitentiary. It's going to be George Pickens' new home, week 1. Yeah. Bennett Penitentiary. He sends George Pickens to Bennett Penitentiary. You may not pass go. You may not collect 24 or $20 like Monopoly. You're going straight to Bennett Penitentiary. George Pickens, get your ass in handcuffs. We'll send you to Bennett Penitentiary. Because either that or you go to Guantanamo Bay. Where you want to go? What prison cell you want to go to? Which facility you want to go to? Huh? Bennett Penitentiary? Where you get put in straitjackets? Or you want to go to on Guantanamo Bay side? You get put in a straitjacket. You going in a straitjacket regardless. Look at this coverage, man. It's phenomenal how the Raiders let a guy like this go. I wonder what the backstory is. It can't be just injuries. You don't trade a guy like this if it's just injuries or he don't fit the scheme. There's something more to this. For a guy like Thomas Booker, who you can pick up from the corner of the streets. Okay, Thomas Booker is a depth piece. He's not a starter. This guy is a starter, man. So why did they move on from him suddenly? Is it character issues? Is there something wrong with him? Does he not want to get better? What is it? There's no reason why the Raiders would do something stupid and foolish and trade a guy that you needed. You got a starter, man, and the guy that, listen, Howie Roseman trades for guys that no one thought would be on the trade block. Who thought this kid would be on the trade block, man? A lot of Raiders fans are pissed that he's gone. So if they're pissed, then that means it's a great trade, man. Look how he's putting Jamar Chase in a straitjacket, bro. Look at the coverage. You know what I'm saying? I wish there was more film. Let me see if I can find more film of Jakorian Bennett. Let me see if I can find more. Let's see if I can find more. Let me see if I can find more film. Huh. Wow. This is from a Raiders fan, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, the Eagles fan, excuse me. Look at this. Shout out to my guy, Victor. Victor Williams, I believe. Victor Williams. Against Jamar Chase. Come on, bro. Jamar Chase. There's no reason why you trade a guy like this. Look at this coverage. Shout out to the NFL Films for breaking this down. Look at this. Look at this, man. This is the kid we got. And you notice they didn't target him. Watch this again. Look at the coverage. There he is. Watch it. Look who Joe Burrow targets. Okay? Watch the coverage. Look at the coverage, man. He's not throwing his side. Look at the coverage. He's right there. Where's he going to go with the ball? Look at this. Step in the pocket. He's not throwing the ball to him. He's not throwing the ball to Chase. This is against Jamar Chase, bro. This is not against Billy Davis Billy Davis Jr. from the third string practice squad, okay, or a made up dude that no one knows about. These are starters. These are studs that are considered as the top elite receivers. And he's putting guys in straight blenders. Look at this coverage, man. Look at this. Joe Burrow got rocked in that one. Man, he took a hit right there. But look at this. Look at the sneaky. Look at the coverage, man. So again, I just don't understand why the Raiders would trade a Jamar Chase guy like this. Hopefully y'all can see the film. Hopefully my screen ain't just me just show my face. Hold on. Hopefully I wasn't just talking and let me see. Sorry, guys. Let me see what's going on. Let me know if there's a problem. Can y'all see the film? It's supposed to be a film. Let me see. Let me see. I know it's early, but let me see. Why is it blank? Why is it blank, bro? Oh, there we go. And my phone just being weird. Okay. All right. Oh, man. Wake up, stupid phone. All right. So yeah, y'all can see the film. And like I said, the film don't lie. Let me make sure the mic is good. Dude, the kid's a stud, man. The kid's a freak. Freak of nature. You got a corner that can start on the other side of Quignon. Okay? I mean, dude, this is what he's doing. Joe Burrow ain't targeting him. We got 6 people. We got 6 likes, man. Appreciate y'all for sure. I really do. Um, why would the Raiders? This don't make sense. The Raiders shouldn't trade a guy like this. Um, and you're gonna have him and Q. Good luck with this. Good luck with that. I think the Raiders just gave us a Super Bowl, man. I don't know why you would trade a guy like that, man. Um, hold up. Let's see if I can find more. Jakorian Bennett. I think he's a great corner, man. I really do. I mean, look, man. Like, what are we talking about? Look at this. Again, stop listening to these dummies who are dorks who don't know football. This is what we get. This is the kid that we just traded for. Let's take a look, man. Yards allowed per snap. Come on, man. Look at this. In 2023, 31 he allowed per snap. He allowed 6. I'm sorry, coverage snaps per game. He played only, I think he had 5. Okay. 35 quarterback rating against. Okay. Interception per game, 19. 36, he missed tackle rate. And this was his first year. So he was drafted 2 years ago. Okay. Now take a look of how much better he's gotten. Right? Missed tackle 1. In 2020, I think what was it? Team, Las Vegas. In 2023, he missed more tackles than he did last year. Last year, he had less missed tackles. So everybody saying he missed tackles are wrong. Because the past year that just happened when we went to the Super Bowl, he barely missed tackles. He missed 1. Compared to 2023, where he missed a lot. So that tells me he's gotten better by tackling better. The whole narrative is he can't tackle. Okay. All right. Look at this. Where's the lie? Where's the whole notion he's missing tackles at? I had a group all in the comments that was an Eagle fan told me he missed tackle. Where? You're an idiot. You need to do your research. Maybe you should have typed in to Twitter, Jakorian Bennett, whatever his name is, and do your damn. This is why I say do your damn research. Stop going on podcasts and listen to these idiots who get paid to spear bullshit and turn into the Eagle contractors like my boy Ken Devey or guys like Stu Vision or these guys who know football. Stop listening to Jacob Media. I heard Sander tell everybody today that he wasn't a good trade. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm gonna be real with you. No, I ain't sugarcoating nothing. I'm tired of these goofballs thinking they know football. You never played football in your lifetime. How you sit there and say this is a bad trade when he missed tackles? Really? Because in 2024 he missed only 1. Try it again. And this time come with better facts. He's gotten better from his first year. His second year he missed less tackles. It's right there in your front of your nose. Stop lying. Stop lying to these fans and saying, well, this ain't a good trade. Only Jacob Media would lie and say stuff. They're the definition of fake propaganda bullcrap. They are. So I don't watch them. The first thing I heard was Xander say he was bad at tackling. Cool, I go and Google it. Or I go on Twitter and then Google it just now. No, he ain't. You're lying. Like usual. Like you all do with Dan Silly and all these clowns. You're lying. Why does it not say he's missing tackles? Because it says he's missed less tackles in 2024. Stop lying. He's not bad at tackling. Where did you get that from? The stats don't say that. You said that because you're a moron. Or you clearly didn't do your research. Or you clearly don't know football. or you just make shit up out of your ass because you think because you have a big platform, you can just spew bullcrap and people listen to you like a bunch of damn sheeps. I do my research. You notice I can go on Twitter, this little cute little button called research. It's beautiful. Use it. You don't even have to go on Google anymore. All you got to go on X. You type in, you search his name, and it pops up. But he's bad at tackling EC1. Not what this says. It says he gotten better from 2023. Where's he got bad at tackling? Hold up. Let me make it bigger for y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I rock with a lot of Eagle contractors, man. The Eagle contractors I rock with, that I'm cool with, they know football. And you got Jacob Media sitting there and saying it's a bad trade. Shut up. You're a bad influence. How about that one? You know what? We should trade you. We should trade you for a dude who actually knows what he's talking about. Zana does not represent me. Dan Siegel does not represent me. I don't look at them stuff and say, they're Eagle fit. No, they're not. They were hired to be an Eagle fan. There's a difference. They're undercover Cowboys fans, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? No one knows who they were until they popped out of nowhere. Talk about he's bad at tackling. Lie. Go ahead, lie more. The Eagles got a stud, a shutdown corner, man, who can tackle. If he can clean up some of the bullcrap that he has, which he will, because I believe in Parker, I believe in Fangio. I think the reason why they traded him was because he didn't fit the scheme of Pete Carroll. And I think it's a stupid move by the Raiders. You need young studs. If one of your corners go down, the Raiders are in trouble. But you know what? I appreciate the Raiders for being another fleecing for Howie Roseman to get a stud player. Jakorian Bennett with Q is going to feed families. They're on the defense side of the ball. Might not feed families on the receiving side of the ball on the opposite teams because they ain't going to be eating this year. The defense is going to be eating this year. Jalen Hurts is going to be eating this year. A.J. Brown is going to be eating this year. You know why? Because that ball is going to be coming back to the Eagles more often. You think this is a super team? Last year you thought it was a super team. Well, wait until you see this team. Then you can know the definition of a super team for real. Because now, guess what? We took the super team, we elevated it, supposedly. We're a super team. Oh, no. You didn't see a super team yet. Just wait till you see the first game. Then you'll see a super team for real. This is what a super team does, man. Get two elite shutdown corners on each side of the ball. How you gonna win? Howie Roseman say, you know what, super team? Watch this. Like that. Come on, Jakorian Bennett. Welcome to Philly. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what a super team looks like. Super team. That was a super team? Now watch this one. The super defense. Look at this, man. Beautiful, bro. I like this. I like the corner that we got, man. Age 24 years old. 24 years old, man. Come on. Ranked 26. Analytics score 16.8. Catch rate allowed 97. Okay, so he allowed a catch rate allowed last year in 20. So he allowed per snap 96, 64. I mean, okay. Tackles per game 8, 7. But the missed tackles, he missed 1. So he's a good tackler. Okay. In 2023, he had more missed tackles. He was a rookie. Okay. But he's gotten better. Okay. Interceptions. He had more interceptions per game. Coverage per game. He played 36. So he had more coverage. Okay, this is a guy that is going to be a stud for Eagles, man. If you can get him to have some playing time, man, it's a sneaky move. Big Bird's another 3K yards rushing season loaded for this offense. 15-plus wins. Who's stopping his run game? Hey, man, who's stopping his defense? Who's stopping this Eagles defense from not giving the ball back to his offense? If you are on Eagles' schedule this year, Everybody said we gotta be worried about the Lions, the Bills. No. They gotta worry about us. They're gonna be sick of us this year, man. They're gonna be sick to their stomach watching complete, absolute dominance. They think George Pickens. No. They're gonna be watching receivers get put in straitjackets this year. We're not worried about the damn line. We got something for them. Hugh and Bennett. Which penitentiary? Like I said, it's Bennett Penitentiary, Guantanamo Bay. Which one you want to go to? Which one you want to go to, bro? I don't know where you want to. Which one you want to get put in the straight? Which one you want to get put in? Which facility you want to go to? Which jail, prison county you want to go to? Which prison cell you want to go to? Which prison facility you want to go to? Where do you want to be put in? We got 2 places for y'all. Straight handcuffs, man. No, you may not pass go. Like I said, it's not Monopoly. Harvey Roseman picked up the phone and got a steal. I was not even supposed to go live, ladies and gentlemen. I really was not. So I didn't think we would have a trade today. I would think, okay, maybe the preseason game. The Eagles didn't even wait for preseason 1. Man, I'm telling you, they don't think Keely's the guy. They didn't even wait for him to show up in preseason. They made a move immediately. It's not even preseason. We didn't even get to preseason. This week is preseason. And they already making moves, man. I'm telling you, I told Ray Hottie yesterday on my Hiding with Champ podcast, go back and watch. I know what the hell I'm talking about when I say this. I don't think Keely Ringo is their guy that they think we think that he is. I think Fangio does not see Keely Ringo as what we see. Where my line at? Where my line when you picked up Jakorian Bennett, who has been a starter for the Raiders? One of the bright spots. He needs to be able to stay healthy. That is the only thing he needs to do is stay healthy and continue to develop. He's only 24 years old, man. But you got some Eagle fans that this is a bad trade. Like the dude who has a Howie Roseman profile going to tell me. Go watch the podcast. I don't got to watch podcasts, man. All I got to do is go watch film. Who cares what a dork has to say on? Listen. I'm no different than the man downstairs. My opinion doesn't mean nothing. What does the film say? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what a podcaster has to say. I care what the film says. I care what the stat says. And I see a stat that's saying he's giving up 0 touchdowns per game. Oh, I'm sorry, 0 touchdowns. He's locking and putting guys in straitjackets like Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow was scared to throw his way. If Joe Burrow was scared to throw your way, and he's supposed to be a top 5 quarterback, then I know I got a decent corner. If Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball to Zay Flowers because you got a corner draped on him, and that's the guy we just traded for, like we didn't just trade for a guy that, he was on the practice squad and he played like 5. No. You traded for a guy because he didn't fit Pete Carroll's system. And they got some that corner that they moved on from, which still is stupid because just because you got that corner does not mean you give up a guy like that. You don't give up a guy like that. You can give up any other corner. If I was the Raiders, I'd give up any corner, not him. Because exactly what we were looking for. Thank you. Now you could take this Thomas Booker, but we will take this corner to free to go. No return. You can have a depth piece DP if you think he's going to be the. I mean, Howie Roseman, the call had to go as they thought they were going to get more than just Thomas Booker, and Howie hanged up the phone on him. There's no way this got to be April Fool's, man. It's not April Fool's. It's only freaking August. This can't be real. This is a Madden trade, man. You can't even make this in Madden. You can't even trade this in Madden, bro. This is absolute robbery. I guarantee you go on Madden and you put Thomas Booker straight up for Jakorian Bennett, it wouldn't go through. You would have to give up at least a second round pick or something like that, at my opinion. I mean, the kid is a starter. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Every time. Don't you get bored? Don't you get bored, man? Every time. And if you got people making racist comments, get them up out of here, man. We don't got time for that. You think you're big, bad, and tough behind a keyboard? You're just a little bitch in real life, man. A sissified little bitch. All right? A sissified little bitch. Yeah, I'm talking you who made them, the one who got put in timeout. Yeah, you're a sissified little bitch. You ain't cool, dude. I'm sorry to say, you think you might be because you're behind a keyboard? We know you pussy in real life. That keyboard ain't with you, for sure. We know that you have real bitch made tendencies if someone pulls up on you. Real. I ain't doing nothing. But someone might. Careful what you say on the internet, dude. That's come on, man. First of all, I'm the wrong color to say that to. And second, why would you say that? What would be the point? Well, we're gonna be back to a program, man. We ain't got time for footballs like that. Put his ass in time out. I'm the wrong color, bro. Newsflash you. I'm just saying. I don't know why you saying that. It makes no sense. That ain't offensive to me. Sorry. You got the wrong person to say that to. And I just don't know why you would say that. Doesn't make you cool, dude. Makes you look like a racist idiot. That's what you sound like. So you might think you're big, bad, and tough behind a keyboard and you can say racist comments. Dude, it doesn't offend me. It doesn't. It doesn't because I really don't get offended. I'm white. I'm white. You make no sense like that, bro. Come in here and talk about saying the word that you know you're not allowed to say, but you think you're cool. Bro, I'm white. You saying that makes no sense. It's stupid. It's like calling a black person what they say to us is a cracker. How is it supposed to offend him? Come on, bro. Make that make sense for me. You clowns don't have no life. Go get a job, man. J-O-B. Like when the Friday, when he told, you need a job. J-O-B. Just disrespectful ass people, man. You know what I'm saying? But it don't offend me. Always those edgy doofus who said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He keeps on saying in my channel. I don't know if he thinks that. I don't know if he's colorblind, but I mean, I don't think I'm white. I'm really white. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to say that, bro. I don't know who. I mean, it's offensive to say, but it's like, bro, it don't offend me, but it's offensive in general to say. You don't sound intelligent. You sound like a racist idiot, and people like that don't need to be on the channel, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your mom should have raised a better person. That's for sure. Always those. Yeah, it is what it is. I ain't worried about them. We're not going to acknowledge trolls, man. Guys who don't even know what they be saying sometimes. He just be thinking he's tough. I don't know, or he thinks he's cool, or he's trying to press him. It's not. No one's laughing, bro. No one thinks you're cool. They think you're an asshole. But yeah, I mean, I like this move, man. I really do. I really do. I mean, look at this. Shout out to Eagles music. Go support him if you have Twitter, man. Go follow him, man. I like this. I use this a lot, man. Eagles Muse puts up Corey Bennett, the guy that supposedly is terrible, was top 20 in pass defended per game by a player with 10 plus games this season. A zero, what is it? A 0.8 now an Eagle. Howie Roseman, you beautiful man. That's all I gotta say. Howie Roseman, you beautiful little man. How did you get away? Robbery. This is flat out fleet. They thought Thomas Booker was equivalent to this. Howie Roseman had to hang up on the Raiders. There's no way. This is flat out robbery, bro. You gave him Thomas Booker. You gave Thomas Booker to this kid. This is the guy we got. No way. No way. No way. This has to be a fake trade. Man. If you're a Raiders fan, how can you sit there and say, you know what, bro? Like you gotta be like, are you freaking serious? Can we at least get something decent back? Like we get at least a Mono or Jomo back, something like that. Like we got Thomas Booker. You know what I'm saying? I think he's okay, but I like this better. I go lie. This is making me smile, man. Howie Roseman does not fail. He continues to show why he's the best GM in football, man. He continues to show it. This is the kid we got back. Oh my god. Yeah, it's straight jackets for these receivers this year, man. If you give this kid reps, oh my god, he's gonna be ready for week. He might start week 1. He will be. I'm gonna say this again. I think Keelan Ringo needs to worry about tomorrow's phone not being picked up by, not being. Keelan Ringo got to hope tomorrow, or in the middle of the night, that his phone does not ring and it's Howie Roseman saying we traded you. If you're Keelan Ringo, you better hope it's not a 215 or a 211 or whatever the number is for the Philadelphia Eagles on your phone, because that means you've been traded. Why would you get a guy like this if you thought Keelan Ringo was the guy? You don't get a guy like this if you think Keelan Ringo is the guy. You get a practice squad corner. You go out and sign a Sante Samuel Jr. Or you go out and get they traded for a starter. And they just don't know that the starter they traded for is guy's stupid, incompetent organization known as the Oakland Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders. Ran by Al Davis and the GM, whoever the GM is. I think it's Pete Carroll or someone like that. Incompetence, man. I don't feel bad for the Raiders, man. This is why I don't get mad at when people say, well, how does Howie Roseman get away with this? Because stupid teams like this. Don't be mad at us. Your GM is the one who's an idiot, not mine. You wanted Thomas Booker and we wanted the corner, and you gave us your best young stud who's only 20. I mean, how did this phone call even start? Howie Roseman had to butter the other GM on the other side of the phone and say Thomas Booker is an all-pro. Because how the hell did this happen? You don't get a guy like this if you don't think Keelan Ringo isn't the guy. You get a guy like this if you think Keelan Ringo isn't or can't be the guy. You get a guy like this if you know Keelan Ringo might not even make the team. You get a guy like this if you think Adore Jackson or Keelan Ringo are verge of being traded, or at this point, Keelan Ringo's trade bait, man. He's gone. You could see a move tomorrow. I think, and I see this on Twitter. I think Keelan Ringo is gone, regardless. If he's not on the field, I think he's going to be a practice squad or he's going to be a special teams guy. This is a move that you make unless you think Keelan Ringo isn't doing anything to be the guy going forward. You don't get a guy like this, man. This guy's a starter, bro. This guy can come in there and start for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you how he got smoothie talks. Got smoothie talks. I don't want to break it to anybody, but I don't hold your breath that Keelan Ringo is going to be your starter. This is a business. And, I'm interested to see what the safety room looks like. I think that next move is going to be a safety. I don't think the Eagles are done. I think it's going to be a rotational defensive tackle. We might bring someone in, or we might trade for someone. But if we do trade for someone, just know Keeler Ringo will be in that trade talk or something like, or someone we might move Keeler Ringo for a fourth round or some fourth round defensive tackle, or Dory Jackson might be traded. So one of these corners are going to be traded, man. I'm not saying I know everything, but knowing Howie Roseman, how he thinks, what is Keeler Ringo good for now? What, he's good special teamers? Okay. Don't you have enough special teamers right now? What is he good for? Where's he going to play? You got Eli Ricks. You drafted a corner. You got him and Adoree Jackson. One of those four got to go. And now you bring this kid in? Not looking good for Keelan, man. It's not looking good for either him or Adoree Jackson, bro. We could trade him for a player. And I'm telling you, I told Stu yesterday, shout out to my guy Stu Vision, go back and watch my Hiding with Champ podcast. And I love Stu. We're going to see if we can get another. We're going to see if we can do another podcast. I might have 2 podcasts soon. It's going to be me, Stu, I, Hiding, and someone else. We don't know yet, but we're looking to try to add because Stu knows his football. He's the guy that brings knowledge. He does have listen, man. He's passionate with his team. And if you play stupid with him, he gets on that. He gets on that. You know what? For example, we them boys. He got on them. He got on them, and I try to tell Stu, hey, don't be. You sure about this? He said, yeah, put him on. Okay. Stu learned real quick. This is why Mayer went after him immediately. Mayer was not going to play nice with him. Shout out to my guy Mayer. But Mayer knew who he was. That's why Mayer said, I want to see your face. I got that clip on IG. That was the funniest thing ever when he said, the love the J's the joke. J-O-K, because you're a joke. I like we them boys, but dude, he be tripping sometimes with his takes, man. And hey, listen, he's a guy that I think has some knowledge for the Cowboys. But he's sometimes delusional, and there's no respect to we them boys. He said afterwards, I loved that Stu went after me. I had nothing but nice things to say, and I respect that. Because a lot of people would be blocking me. A lot of people would have never came back on. There's a lot of people who won't go. And like, for example, Weapon X Eagle who blocked me. I don't know why. Why did you block me, bro? Why I didn't do nothing. But couldn't handle Stu, so he wouldn't collab with him again. Where we them boys messaged me on DM on IG and said, I like Stu. I like the fact that he tore me up. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because, Stu is a guy that's passionate. But he won't fuck around. You better know what the hell you're talking about. Same with Mayer. Same with a lot of these Eagles contracts I rock with. They're not going to play around with you. If you don't know what you're talking about, sit on somewhere else, man. Don't even bother opening your mouth unless it's intelligent or you know what the hell you're talking about. This is a nasty business on YouTube. We're not going to sit down and hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? If you need someone to hold your hand, there's babysitters or you need to hold your mom's hand. Okay, they're not going to do that with you. So the contracts I rock with, like guys like Hiding's get on my ass before for saying things that I didn't know what I was talking about. He's honest with me. And that's why I rock with him. Same with Des Eagle Naughty. They when I was a lot younger, before I became what I am today, I said a lot of stupid shit like we them boys. That's why I bring him on, because he reminds me of me a little bit, of what I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Where I was saying dumb shit. And then Eagle Contracts would rip me apart. And we them boys reminds me a little bit like me, where he just says things and doesn't understand that you're playing with grown men. You can't be doing that shit. And there's things that you need to do. And that is sometimes shut up and listen. That's the best thing you can do. Shut up and listen and do your research before you talk. So shout out to We Them Boys, but he reminds me a little bit of me way back. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm just saying. I think Rick's better than Ringo if we keep it around. Oh, absolutely. Listen, man, Ringo had a pick, I believe, in training camp. And I think Ringo can play. I'm done, not Ringo. I'm sorry. Ricks can play. Ricks, I think, is better than Ringo. I think Ringo is a guy that I don't know what he is. I mean, I think that you took a chance on him because he was a Georgia Bulldog. But let me tell you something, man. This is a business. We don't got time because yet you're with the Georgia Bulldogs. We're supposed to keep you. No, man. I need winners. I need dogs. I don't got time to hold hands for young guys. If you don't have it, step away and let someone else take the job. Someone that's always going to eat off your plate. And yes, does Ringo have the dog mentality? You know, yeah, but sometimes you don't have the dog mentality on that field. You can have the dog mentality when you're talking, but you have to have that dog mentality on the field. And I think Ringo is a young player that needs to go somewhere else where he can develop and they can actually take the time. Like, he needs to go on a rebuilding team. And that's my thing I think Ringo needs. I think Ringo would be perfect for a team like the Raiders. I think he'd be perfect for a team like Jacksonville. I really do, because they would have time to be patient with him. Where the Eagles are ready to win right now, man. And they don't got time to be patient. You either have it or you're gone. So honestly, if we do trade Ringo, it's not because I don't think he wouldn't be. No, I think he can be good. But I think someone needs to be more patient with him. I think he's still developing. And I think by the time we finally see him develop, it's going to be, hey, guys are going to be ready to be all pros, and Jalen Hurts is going to probably be in his 30s by the time he starts developing into I don't know. But it's like he's not ready. He's not there yet. This kid who we traded for is ready to play. He's ready to start. He's ready to be dominant. He has everything. We just need to be on the right team. He's a starter. Where Ringo is a guy I think is a project, man. And I think, same with Sidney Brown. How he got Smoothie Talk. Yeah, we could trade him for a player and pick. Yeah, I do. I think Rick's bad. I think Rick's good too. Yeah, I look at the depth chart. I think Rick's over him. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I'm not going to give that much longer because I got to get going. I got to go to sleep. Like I said, dude, Howie Roseman this, and now you add Bennett. Look at what Howie Roseman's done, man. These are the guys that everybody swore it down. And listen, I'll be the first one to tell you, I was not a fan of the Quinyon Mitchell. I'm not Quinyon Mitchell. I like the Quinyon Mitchell pick. I was not a fan of the Cooper DeJean. I'll be the first one to say it. I was wrong about him. And I will admit that. And I'm glad I was wrong. And that wasn't because I hated Cooper DeJean. Number one, because I didn't think he was better than the linebacker that the Packers took. I wanted Adrian Cooper, right? We didn't have linebackers at the time. And I also did not like the fact that, Iowa cornerback, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see his film. I saw parts of highlights, and one time I saw on Twitter, someone showed me a video of him getting beat. And instead of doing my research, like I'm doing now, it's why I do my research, so I don't get things wrong, right? It's quick to say someone's bad, but then don't do your research. I should have did my research and looked into this kid, and then wouldn't be so mad, I don't think. And also, I think that, in my opinion at the time, we traded away too much to get him up. But listen, hey, he proved to be wrong. And I think these two are stars. And I can be wrong. I'm not perfect. So, it's important to do your research. It's important to know what you're talking about. Since you don't end up being wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't wrong about Cindy Brown. Everybody bashed me on my video that I made that said Cindy Brown is not a day one starter. You know what I'm saying? You drafted two safeties. So you drafted a safety in the second round. And Cindy Brown has one more chance to show me he's a starter, or I might look like the genius for real. You know what I'm saying? Cindy Brown has played one full season, I believe, as he started. And that was with Sean Asai and Matt Patricia's defense. Other than that, he's not been Fangio's guy. So I wasn't wrong. Clearly, I'm not clearly wrong about the Cindy Brown video I made where everybody was bashing me. And that's rightfully so. You can bash me all you want. I don't care. I say what I say. It is what it is. I'm not going to delete it out. If I delete a video, it's usually because either YouTube be doing some bull crap, like go on my videos, find old videos and say this one's against our guidelines. Bro, it was years ago I made this video. Or the live streams have copyright. For some reason, it's free music. It's copyright music. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I have to take it down because, or I could get copyright strike. That's the only time I delete live streams or videos. Or I don't think, or it's just when I'm on my phone because my phone has bad, video quality. It's not the greatest video quality. So I don't make real videos a lot of times with my channel. And I do live streams because my videos are, they don't have great audio. My phone don't have great audio. And I just have to accept that. It's expensive to go get a new phone. So it is what it is. So yeah, I'm not wrong with the Cindy Brown pick so far. I mean, has he been the number one starter? Has he been a Pro Bowl like everybody claimed? No, he hasn't. He's been what I thought he would be. A guy that might be good. Might not be good. We don't know yet. We've seen one season out of him. And I think the injury set him back a little bit. And hopefully this year he shows something. But Fangio has not been liking Cindy Brown. So hopefully Cindy Brown can show something because, I hope I'm wrong for that pick too. I think Ricks is better than Ringo if we keep it real. Absolutely. Everybody's better than Ringo in my opinion. But Ringo, if you watch him in Georgia, man, he made some big plays, but a lot of times they didn't look the fact that he was playing against when he went against the best receivers and he got torched. He got destroyed. There was many times when he got beat. And there's plays where, he made plays. And the plays that everybody's going to remember is that pick six he made in Georgia. But if you notice, a lot of times, they did not put him at the number one receiver. Everybody tells us, and my guy Stu loves bringing up, well, he guarded George Pickens in college. Okay. Well, they're in the same college. They practice with each other. Okay, that's different. That's different when you're going against guys like Malik Neighbors. Or you're going against guys like, who's another receiver that we're going to be playing this year? Jameson Williams. Okay? He's not played against those guys. Yeah, going against A.J. Brown might make you better. But James Williams is not A.J. Brown. James Williams has more ability to James Williams can speed and has route run. Okay, A.J. Brown is physical and can route run. I mean, A.J. Brown is a hell of a receiver. But that's different when you're going against different skill receivers. And you have to rely on your speed. You're going to end up like Ronald Darby if you get hurt one time your season's done. Your career is done. Ronald Darby hasn't been the same since the injury. And that is what I had my concerns with Keely Ringo. If he doesn't know how to, when he makes plays, when we saw him, when we had a chance, he relies on his speed. That's a no-no as a corner. You cannot rely on just your speed. You have to be able to play the ball with your hands. Or you got to be able to be in position where you can make defenders know that when you throw the ball to them, you can make the interception. You can read the quarterback's eyes. But he relies on his speed a lot. And that is not going to fly in the Eagles. I'm not going to fly in the NFL. Why do you think Ronald Darby hasn't been the same? Ronald Darby was legit when he had his speed. Okay, that's why we traded for him. And he showed a lot of it when we traded for him. It was his speed. Interception here and there, okay. And then he gets hurt. And then he's burnt toast. Because once you get hurt and your speed goes, what do you got to offer? So I like big corners. I pretty much like big corners. I like corners like Konyan. where if he ends up getting hurt, his knees go out. He still has a big body frame. Where Ringo, if he loses his speed, what does he have to offer? He's gonna be like Ronald Darby. Ronald Darby had a 4.5 speed, and after the ACL injury, he's never been the same like that. So that is my fear with Ringo, man. That's my fear. Let's go. Let's go Buffalo. What? Let's go Buffalo.
We do not care.
I don't know who he talking to. Buffalo. This is an Eagles channel, bro. Do I look like Buffalo 1? Am I Buffalo 1? Am I BC 2 times? It says EC 1 2 times. Does this look like a Buffalo Bill channel? Are we in your division? Why is you here, buddy? I think you need to. I think you messed up a chat or something like that. Cause who sent you here? I'm not well known. Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Ringless Peasants. That team, huh? The four losers who can't beat the same team 4 times. The Cowboys who beat y'all 4 times. That team. Come on, man. The boys who love losing Super Bowls. You in my chat? Huh? Sorry, buddy. You were better off going to the Ravens channel. Better off going to the. Why don't you go to the Chiefs channel? Go to your division channel. I'm sure there's a Chargers channel somewhere live streaming. You on my channel, a Buffalo Bills fan? We don't even have the same thing in common. We like winning over here. What do y'all like doing? Choking in AFC Championship games? Huh? Have a seat, sir. Thank you. Have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Glad you enjoyed Darby. Oh, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I like the Darby trade is because we got rid of Jordan Matthews. I hate Jordan Matthews. And I didn't mean to roast you like that, bro. But I thought you were calling me, going after me. I'm sorry about that, man. My fault. I'm going to bed later, dog. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I thought you were dogging me, man. But still, a Buffalo Bills fan is crazy coming on my channel, man. Come on, bro. I don't care if you're a Bills fan or not, man. You had to get the smoke if you come to Phil. Come on, Eagles channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets the smoke. I don't care if you're a Lions fan. You getting this smoke. He said, let's go, Buffalo. Yeah, dude. He comes on here and talks about, let's go, Buffalo. But Buffalo what? Y'all got Jordan Matthews for Ronald Darby. How did Jordan Matthews work out for y'all? Let's go, Buffalo. We won that trade. Y'all traded a corner, and you got Jordan Matthews, who stinks. You know what I'm saying? Ronald Darby won a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl ring. You didn't get anything out of it. Glad you enjoyed Ronald Darby. I hope you enjoyed Jordan Matthews. He was terrible. I'm so glad that guy was gone. When we traded for him, I was throwing the happy dance. My counselor, well, I remember the whole thing. Right? I remember how it went. I was on a field trip. I was going to Atlantic City. I think it was the ocean. We were going to the Atlantic Ocean. And it was summer school. I was in school still. My teacher, who was an Eagle fan, said, hey, we training for Ronald Darby. I said, what we give up? Jordan Matthews. Let's go! Yeah! That was my logic. That was everything. I swear, that was one of my exact words. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. I was happy. I was a happy camper. And I'm still happy that bum was gone. I don't know why the Eagles kept bringing him back. I don't even know why I even made that video apologizing to Eagle fans. Say, thank you for Brendan Matthews. Man, I should have said, fuck Jordan Matthews. When I said, I was upset. Nah, man, fuck Jordan Matthews. That dude's a bum. I should have never made it. I regret making that. That's the one thing I regret making the video of. When I say something now, I mean it. I don't know why I kept on saying, Jordan Matthews go. No, he wasn't. He was garbage. And at the time, Eagle fans were so happy to bring Jordan Matthews back because Carson Wentz needed a best friend. And his best buddy was Jordan Matthews. And fuck that dude. Fuck him and Wentz. I should have said that, but at the time I didn't have any, I guess, I wanted everybody to like me, and I realized people not gonna like you all the time. So why don't you just be the bad guy? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The 4 Super Bowl losers, absolutely. So I'm going to bed later, dog. I appreciate you. Hey, like, subscribe, man. Hold on, no, my fault. Like, subscribe, bro. I didn't mean to dog you like that, bro. It's shocking the Bills fan come on here, but hey, let's go Buffalo. Hey, man, I would love to see you on the Super Bowl. Just hope your quarterback can do it, man. You have a chance to do it this year, bro. I hopefully you can knock the Kansas City Chiefs out. I'm tired of playing Kansas City. Hopefully we see you in the Super Bowl, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they have a better chance than the Ravens do. That's for damn sure. Super Bowl over feelings. Absolutely, man. But yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say, man. There's nothing much to say. I think this is a great trade. I think the Philadelphia Eagles nailed it. And I can't wait to see what this kid does, man. I'm super ecstatic for what this team's going to be. We're building a dynasty team for years, man. We're building a dynasty over here. We're going to be building a dynasty. Howie Roseman is out here getting young guys that everybody wants to let go because they don't fit system. Okay, that's how you get Howie Roseman to have rings. That's how the Eagles win Super Bowls. Getting guys that nobody wants, but then they say, well, you traded for this guy. But yeah, you didn't want him. They're going to be the first one to say Jakorian Bennett was elite corner. The Eagles are stacked. No. Let's go back to the trade. The Raiders didn't want him. Remember, that's why they traded for Thomas Booker. Just remind everybody that when they say super team, these are the guys that we get when you turn them to stars. Right? He was injury prone. He can't tackle. Okay. All right. But super team, right? Okay, whatever, man. It's your boy EC1. I'm out. Go Birds. Peace out.